Good morning, good afternoon, or good night, and welcome to Command Power, the show in which we discuss all things Magic the Gathering with a focus on Commander.
And welcome to another episode of our Card Spotlight series in which I highlight a card that I think should see more play in Commander. But before that, just a quick reminder to click subscribe if you enjoy my videos. We're well on our way to 1 million subscribers and your support means everything to me. And today we're going to be talking about Pain Distributor. For 2 colors and 1 red, it's a creature, Devil, Citizen, 2/3 with Menace, and whenever a player casts their first spell each turn, they create a treasure token. Whenever an artifact an opponent controls is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, Pain Distributor deals 1 damage to that player. So this is a card that's really interesting, and to me it's a little bit reminiscent of something like Professional Facebreaker. Obviously it's nowhere near as good as that card, but I still think it's really interesting. It's a bit more political in that it's going to allow other players to make tokens every time they cast the first spell each turn, which is a little bit awkward since it means that the turn you play this, you're not going to be able to trigger it. You're going to have to wait till the turn comes back around to you in order to get the first treasure. That is a little bit awkward as a treasure generator token for yourself, but your opponents will be less likely to remove it because they're going to be getting advantage from it first. However, the interesting part about this card is the third ability, the part that says that it's going to deal 1 damage to that player whenever an artifact gets put into the graveyard. This means again that it's going to discourage people from using the treasures that you're giving them, and I think that's very interesting. It's another card in the many that we've got recently that are attempting to make it more difficult to use treasures, and incidentally also hating on artifact decks a little bit, which I'm not sure I like as much, seeing as I think those decks still need particular hate pointed at them, but still it's pretty mild hate. However, I do think it's an interesting way to discourage people from using treasures whilst also giving them treasures. It's very interesting. It obviously synergizes very well with any cards that care about artifacts, since it's also giving artifacts to you, and it's also going to work well with treasures, so it's great with something like Mirkwood Bats, for example. A deck that I really see wanting this card is Kibo Uktabi Prince, because your opponents are going to be really heavily discouraged from sacrificing those treasures when this is in play, and then Kibo is also running a bunch of effects that are going to turn stuff into artifacts, such as Liquid Metal Torque and Liquid Metal Coating, which then make this a little bit more powerful by allowing it to deal 1 damage when you destroy those permanents. It's a really interesting design, and I actually think that the body helps quite a bit here too, because being a Menace 2/3 for 3 means that it can actually get in for quite a bit of damage. Menace is really underrated early game, and it means that this also works very well with Professional Facebreaker, as they can kind of team up and deal 2 damage each to a different player, which means you're going to get 2 treasure tokens. I think it's a really solid card when you factor in the body and the hate it gives your opponents for letting artifacts hit the graveyard, and I'm going to be trying to put this into more of my decks in the upcoming weeks. So there you have it. Those have been my thoughts on this new spoiler. What do you think about this card? Please let me know in the comment section below. I read all comments and respond to all of them too. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to click like or subscribe. It really helps the channel. And until next time, take care. Woo!